Hey, this is John Bollinger with Premier Guitar. Today we're doing a review demo of the Collings OM2H T, 2H T. T for traditional, H for herringbone, OM as in orchestra model, which is what we have right here. I'll tell you all about it after I tell you about how we're recording this. Couldn't be simpler. This guitar has no pickup. So we've got a Shure SM7B kind of around the 12th fret. And then back a ways, we have a Royer R121. And they're both running into an Apogee Quartet and into Pro Tools. And I've also got a lav mic, which is probably picking up a little bit of it as well. So hopefully there's no phasing issues. We might have to mute that. But that is the basics. These two mics, 12th fret, and then kind of a body thing with the other one. That's about it. Let me tell you all about this very cool guitar. What they're going for is this golden age of guitars, back when there was animal glue and a thin nitro finish and great ingredients like that. And this thing really does feel like an old guitar, like a brand new old guitar. And sounds great. They use great ingredients, including traditional pre-war scallop bracing, which I'm sure you cannot see, but you can probably hear. Baked Sitka spruce top, and baked, I guess, is some sort of thing they're doing where they're baking wood to give it that old vibe to it. Whatever it is, it sounds great. Next we have East Indian rosewood back and sides. You can see that it's really a pretty wood, just beautiful. The herringbone tweed I mentioned earlier, kind of a classy throwback right there. There's also, it's a 25.5 scale, mahogany neck in a traditional profile. It's a little chunky, little bit of a V to it, but a good feel. These are nickel Waverly tuners that are 16:1 ratio. I like the open back, and I guess they're called, what is that, butterbean or something. Anyway, cool old design there. Let's see, ebony fingerboard, ebony bridge, bone nut. So those are the basics. But what it really comes down to is this is really a well-made guitar that sounds great in the room. I'm a little disappointed they didn't put a pickup in it, because this is the kind of guitar, I mean, even if you never gig, even if that's not your thing at all, it's kind of a shame that this guitar doesn't have that in it, so it's that much easier to, even if you're not a gigger, you might want to after you own this guitar. Who knows, it might launch your music career. But easy enough to add a pickup to it later on. And it would be a shame to cut a hole in this wood, but you could easily do something under the saddle and out through the back. So that's the one thing I would change. Why don't I quit yakking and you can just hear it a little bit. So when I came in on this, I was doing my little ode to one of my heroes, Jerry Reed. That song I'm working on, it's called either Jerry Can't Read or Can't Jerry Read. I don't know. But that being said, it's a really good finger picker's guitar. You get a nice, even bass response. And that's kind of where it is. You know, if you get your bass strings should be as loud as your treble strings, and this does that pretty well. You know, everything kind of rings. Don't hear a lot of the top's not muddling up or the bottom's not muddling up the top. All really good balance. In addition to that, you know, for for strummy stuff, of course, it's perfect for that as well. You know, it's funny to me how, you know, technological advances, everything's changing, everything's improving and all that. But man, these old designs, I've got a 46 Martin D18, and you know, that is actually a golden era guitar. And when they take these old recipes and re-up them, they really do sing. It's interesting, because you would think that with technological advances and whatever, you'd find a better way of doing it. But look at Stradivarius, you know. I mean, that dude was making violins a long time ago and working with the most primitive instruments imaginable and no, you know, stroboscopic whatever, and they're the absolute best. So I'm a big fan of golden era guitars, although there's great acoustics being made today. But there's something about these old ones. Another thing I really love about this is this, dig this case. They totally copped the aesthetic of those old cases. I've got an old Gibson archtop from the 20s, and the case is nearly identical, except for mine kind of is beat to shit, but same vibe to it. So I love that. I love that stuff. It's kind of a marvel to me that humans have been making these great instruments for a very long time when they were just working with the most primitive hand tools. So good for Collins that they're embracing that. So the OM, great for finger picking, as we showed. Great for those big old cowboy chords. Great for, you know, for bluegrassy stuff. But also, you know, it's really good for the devil's music, you know. Sounds great, man. Anyway, those are the basic details on the Collins OM2H Traditional, made in Austin, Texas, probably by Texans. To read the full written review, go to premierguitar.com. While you're online, make sure you like us on Facebook, subscribe to our ever-growing YouTube channel, and why not subscribe to the hard copy of the magazine, have it sent right to your house or wherever. This is John Bollinger. Till next time.
Don't forget to sign up for PG Perks, your all-access pass to exclusive gear giveaways and discounts on premierguitar.com.